Nothing at all. If you're new to this channel, hi, welcome. We're glad to have you. Hope you stick around. As you can tell by today's title, we are doing fall trends to try 2024. Alright, I know, 2 weeks back to back. Is she back? Is she not? Who knows? I think it's just, let me just build the trust of, showing up, and then we'll see if she's back. Okay, let's just be in the present. Because if we think in the future, we don't know what the future looks like. So, okay. Anyway, trends to try. I love summer. I'm a summer baby, but once it starts to get hot, like this summer, I had like too many like summer inflicted skin things going on. I'm like, okay, the heat is really just getting to me, and I'm like, okay, we need to speed it up. Fall needs to be here ASAP, Julie, and soon come, because in a couple of weeks it'll be officially, actually I think at this point in a couple of days it'll be officially fall, which I personally am excited about. I live in LA, so it never gets too crazy for me. I apologize for those people who live in other places that it gets really colder in fall and winter, and then on. I apologize, but I can't relate at the same time. But that does not mean that we cannot all participate in fall. So here are the trends to try for fall. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first trend to try, or the first trend for the season I 100% am all in for, is your not so basic basics. So we're talking like denims, straight cut denims. I think just scream fall and winter for me. I think your flirted denims, we're saving that more so for like summertime. But I think just the straight cuts, yeah, 14 of those, thank you, immediately. And even like your jackets, your knits, those are considered basics to me at the very least. Like I'm currently wearing right now. This one is from Source Unknown. I talk about this every chance I get. It's nauseating. It's also because it's really good. It's really good quality, really good material. Those folks at Source Unknown, they know what they're doing, and it's also very cozy, not itchy at all. I think with knits, especially since we're going into that season for it, I think you have to know like what looks good on you, what colors complement you. If brown is your color, here you go. If green is your color, go for it. If mustard is your color, sure. If gray, if blacks, if creams, whites, whatever it is that is like your thing, go for it. I think I always put this out every fall, winter because it's just so cozy, it's just so warm. It's knit, and usually with knits, I'm like very picky because they itch. This does not itch. Never has. Knock on wood, never will. But there you go. So like your basics, your knits, your denims, your striped shirts, your button-up shirts, your cotton shirts. Let's see, like your skirts. I think skirts are basics because I feel like we all have a pair of just long line black or white, whatever color skirt that might be in your wardrobe, but like just like the basic, nothing crazy going on, just a basic skirt. I think this is the season to shine. Even some of like your jackets. I think trench coats, for example, when it's like windy and it's a little chilly, but it's not like double layer trench coat season just yet. I think this is also a season for trench coats because they're not so thick and heavy that it's like, oh, this is giving winter. It's still in that transitional phase of autumn, fall, that you can whip out a pair of trench coat and no one's gonna think you're crazy because it's the season for it. So I think those kind of categorize within the basics, and I think whenever we think of basics, we only just associate basics with summer and spring, which I think fall and winter deserve some love too. But even like, I mean, maybe like winter you might not use your basic t-shirts as much, but honestly, when I used to live in the East Coast, I would wear a t-shirt, then maybe I'll wear a sweater on top of that, and then a jacket or a coat over it. So essentially, I think your basics really never leave you. It's just you layer on top of them as the seasons go on. So there you go. So your basics for sure will always hold you. And then obviously, as the seasons come and go, you can take things out of your basic wardrobe and put things more into them. So there you go. Alright, so number 2, I wanted to stick with colors. I think with fall, we always associate like grays and blacks and like, just like cooler colors, which I'm all for. But if you remember last like fall winter, it was the cherry red. That was like the color of the season. Everyone was wearing it, whether in a bag or sweater or shoe. Everyone had some version of a cherry red accessory in their wardrobe because it was the color of the season. I think this year, you can still kind of play with that cherry red, but also like think of like mustard yellows as well. Those like muted colors that are vibrant but not too vibrant. But also, if like your thing is vibrant colors, go for it. Just because it's like fall winter does not mean that you need to go full gray and go full black. Like sometimes, you know what, variety is the spice of life. So if vibrant colors are your thing, I don't think you should like switch out your entire wardrobe just because it's fall. I think go for it. Just essentially just fit the things that you need for winter. So if like vibrant color, then you would do like a yellow coat or a green jacket, whatever the case may be. The world is your oyster. Honestly, how many times I say the world is your oyster, I think we should, do we want to count? I don't, you know what, let's not even count. Because I feel like I'm just going to keep saying the world is your oyster every other sentence. But you get the point. Play with color, using color. Now, if you're in the opposite spectrum, kind of like myself, now I don't know if I'm gonna say full on that, oh my god, I'm not going to be wearing bright colors for fall, winter. I'm not gonna make those promises. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. But I will say in my wardrobe, for the most part, it is already a struggle to wear color in the summer. And I say that every single time, and then I wear a lot of color in the summer. So I'm just gonna like shut up, okay, about color. I think for the most part for me is I think with my winter wardrobe is very more specific and very more like these are the tones that I like and I just stick to that and I don't wear anything outside of it, and I'm okay with that. I don't need to experiment. I don't need to try and like put myself out there with color when it comes to like fall, winter. In the summertime I'm more like laissez-faire. In the wintertime I think I'm just like, no, this is the color we're going with and we're sticking to it. So you will see a lot of browns, a lot of creams, a lot of grays, a lot of blacks, a lot of even like whites as well. I think white is a great color for fall, winter, especially like if you live in a place that snows a lot. So I think like creams and whites, just they photograph very well in those settings, but that's just me though. So yeah, play with color, don't play with color. What scent are you on? Let me know down in the comments. All right, next trend, I want to say full skirts. I think skirts, they don't, well, I guess I can only say because it's in my wardrobe, right? I don't think skirts get a lot of love as much as like pants and denims get. I think skirts kind of just, no one cares about skirts when it comes to like the winter and fall. I think it's just kind of, yeah, but anyway, full skirts. I think last season, Bottega did a version of this, Loro Piana did, Marni did as well, Tommy Hilfiger, of course, they did. I'll put pictures, of course, so you guys can see. But essentially like full length skirts. And these could be like any color, any design, any texture, whatever you like, whatever fits your personality and your style, obviously. But I think these trends are fun to try. Especially like if you're trying to branch out and come out of your comfort zone when it comes to fashion, when it comes to like discovery of self, because I think fashion is directly tied to discovery of self. I know as well for me, if I love my outfit, you cannot get me to shut up about it, and I know you cannot get me to not ask you to take me pictures if I like my outfit. So yeah, I think again, fashion is a direct correlation to how we feel about ourselves, and how we perceive the world around us as well. So fashion isn't just like, oh, I put on a really cute skirt and I feel great. Like, it's a lot deeper than that. At least for me, it is. But I digress. I think full skirts are a thing for this winter. I do have a pair of like black, like really long line skirt. And I think that's the only one I have. But I think, because I don't wear skirts very often, so like, I may try it, I may not, but I know in my fall wishes there's this one skirt that I really want that has like the pleats in it. So I'm like, okay, that's my take on this trend that I would more than likely like just do. And also it's black, so I think I stick with the blacks. And I might do like gray, but I think honestly just thinking of like a pinstripe skirt and like a matching blazer, it's like, and I'm thinking gray for this combination, and like leather pointy like boots, but like ankle boots. I think that's just such a vibe. Such a vibe, such a vibe. Sorry. Skirts, well, full skirts specifically, I think are a vibe for fall, winter. And also I think you can transition those into like high key, even spring, because then you just wouldn't layer on up top. You would just only have the skirt on the bottom and then go light up top. You see these trends, like you just, if you can figure out a way to make certain things work in your wardrobe regardless of season, I think you're in a good position, personally. But if you struggle with that, like, oh, this skirt should only be worn in summer because it's hot, maybe you probably shouldn't. But I think if you figure out a way to like make things work regardless of the time of the year, you're in a great position. All right, next trend. All right, and then last trend I was going to talk about is the staple jacket slash coat. I think in this category, I think leather and suede, they take precedence because not only are these materials really good for obviously the weather we're about to be facing. I say we as if I don't live in California, I'm sorry. Y'all, okay? But I go back home in the winter time, so essentially I will be one of you guys and I will be coated and freeze my butt up if I don't have appropriate clothing. That's just the fact of the matter. So leather and suede, and then if you can make leather and suede into one thing, I think you hit the jackpot. In my previous video, I know I spoke about, I think it was Massimo Dutti. I think it was Massimo. They have a Napa leather jacket, which again I'm obsessed with, but I'm on the fence because I think it's something that you can easily get in the thrift store, or honestly you can just literally get it cheaper. To be fair, you don't need to spend boku bucks on them. I just don't think you need to, because it's such a trend that comes and repeats itself over and over and over and over and over again. So you know, hold your horses. But the suede and leather combination jacket, I haven't seen. I'm sure they've existed. It's not revolutionary. Just haven't seen it, or at least it has existed, but it just hasn't caught my eye. I think what I've noticed is like certain times, like a trend might be a thing like 2 years ago, and then like next year I'm like, oh, I really like that, but 2 years ago I was not even giving it the time of day. So I think 100% that suede and leather should be in your closet, either or, both, whichever. If you can afford both, go for it. If you can't, pick one and stick to it. You can literally find these in the thrift store. Literally everything I've just mentioned you can find in the thrift store. So I always think like just finding like the most affordable version of the things, that the trends that are popular, and then also just doing it with your own twist, which I think prevents everyone from looking the same, which I think we're kind of getting into that phase of life where like everyone on socials looks the same, dresses the same, has the same opinions, has the same way of style, and you know what I'm saying? So, and maybe I also fall into that bracket, but I'm consciously trying not to, and maybe I still am, but who knows. Anyway, that's what I think. And also, it's cold, so really you cannot go wrong with literally needing a jacket. Now, of course, if you don't need a new one, this is me giving you reasons to buy one, but if you don't need one, that's fine. But yeah, so those are the trends for the fall, winter. I don't have like a specific color that I'm looking for. Like as my winter fall color, I don't really think I have one. I think the cherry red is going to repeat itself this season. I think mustard might be a thing as well, maybe like a mint green, but I think like either mustard or the cherry red. And honestly, you really can't go wrong, to be fair. So yeah, those are the trends for, at least my trend for fall, autumn 2024. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, of course, and don't forget to come back next week, maybe for another video. I can't make any promises. There might be one, there might not be one. If there isn't one, please don't come for me, please. But yeah, so if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What are some trends that you are excited to try? What are certain things that you're absolutely not trying for fall, winter, autumn, all of that? And yeah, let me know. I want to know your thoughts. I'm curious, but also nosy, because I like to know things. So yeah, let me know down below in the comments, and don't forget to follow me on the socials. I am social on social. Okay. Sorry, that was really bad. And I will see you guys next time. Until then, see you. Bye.